Hey everybody, Kelly Frederick here. We're going to get started here and talk about some things that I have discussed with a lot of my teammates, trying to figure out what it is that might be most beneficial to talk about tonight. So that being said, next week we're going to start doing these weekly. Next week, we're going to try to do more of a discussion style, and I'm trying to get people on in audio and video so we can kind of discuss together. I was hoping to be able to do that tonight. However, tonight is just going to be our live YouTube stream like we've done the past few webinars. So stay tuned, especially if you're in my group page, Team Powerhouse. Stay tuned for more info on that. We may start trying to do some Zoom. We may do some Google Hangout here all together, like I used to do in the past. But for now, tonight, we're going to stick with just this live YouTube stream. So I asked a couple questions to my teammates, trying to find out what it is that they're experiencing right now as distributors. And I got a lot of similar answers. Some of them I was expecting. Some of them maybe I wasn't expecting. I also asked people if they felt like they knew the basics of It Works. I also asked people if they what they wanted to get out of webinars. And so I have some really great ideas and really good some really good feedback. So there are some really powerful leaders on the team, and I'm excited for next week to be able to pull people on with audio and video. We can have more of a discussion style. Like I said, tonight we're just going to do this live stream until I can get some logistics figured out a little bit. But the first question I asked people was, what roadblocks were they experiencing as distributors right now? And I've been in the business for over 3 years now, and I come to find that there are seasons of roadblocks. And we're going to talk a little bit about seasons later. But there are different seasons of roadblocks. Seasons as in time of year that roadblocks happen, and seasons of roadblocks as in how long you have been in as a distributor. So it was kind of interesting to me to hear from distributors who have been in for a while, and maybe distributors who are brand new, and see those seasons of roadblocks. So tonight I wanted to talk about roadblocks. We all hit roadblocks in life, especially in business. Being an entrepreneur, like, that's a tough drive, okay? I'm gonna use this analogy of driving a car, okay? Because when you're driving a car, you may hit a roadblock like a traffic jam. You may have to slow down. Someone may cut in front of you. Like, just all this stuff may happen for roadblocks, okay? It just happens when you're driving. So my focus tonight is those roadblocks that you're going to experience as an entrepreneur, which we all are. We are not just distributors, we're entrepreneurs. We take charge of our own business, and that's the beauty of It Works, is we can do what we want to do with the business and go where we want to go. We can drive to where we want to drive. We can drive how fast we want, no speed limit. We can drive however slow we want, and we don't even have to get pulled over for it. So how great is that? So there's a few roadblocks that people mentioned, a lot of people mentioned. I'm going to talk about those and then solutions to get over your roadblocks. Now, you are going to have roadblocks. You will have roadblocks. And the second that you realize that you just are going to have roadblocks, you are one step closer to overcoming and driving through those roadblocks. Now, there's a good and bad thing about having a lot of roadblocks. Are you ready for this? Okay. The good thing about roadblocks is when you have roadblocks, it means that you're driving to the destination that you're supposed to be driving to. Now, I want you to think about that for a minute. Do you think that if where you are supposed to go was a super easy breeze of a drive, it would be worth it? Probably not. When you are driving to your destination and there are other roadblocks, things to see, maybe you need to stop, you work for it, it is well worth it when you get there, maybe even more so than a breeze, because you had to work to get there. So the good thing is, if you have a lot of roadblocks, you're going where you're supposed to go. However, there may be a little catch-22 there. If you are going to linger at these roadblocks as you're driving to your destination of success, if you linger there, that can cause problems. If you linger too long, you are going to hit a standstill and eventually stop. So my purpose tonight is to figure out these basic roadblocks that people all experience, and then maybe give you some solutions and some tips and motivation on how to drive past those roadblocks, okay? Because we want to drive as fast as we can despite our roadblocks, okay? So, for those of you who have asked me also, I'm wondering on time, I usually try to do my webinars 20 to 30 minutes in length because I understand that we all have work to do in our lives and in our business. So the purpose of these is to give you 20 to 30 minutes of content to go ahead and go take with you throughout the rest of the week and even throughout your business. And if you have comments or anything, shoot me a message on Facebook right now, since I don't have everyone on video and audio and things like that, and I'll try to bounce back and forth. So one thing that is very common and you will experience no matter what season of distributorship you are in is the roadblock of trying to find loyal customers and distributors. Now, as with It Works, we have a super easy business plan to help us have success. Now, don't let that simple steps to success become a roadblock for you. It should be a guide. It should be your map as you're driving, okay? So when you hit the roadblock, if you feel like you can't find that last distributor that you need for your promotion, or you feel like you're having a hard time filling the volume and you're not finding loyal customers that you need and want to find, that's a major roadblock, and you're going to experience that. That can vary month to month. That can vary no matter how long you've been in. Hold on, I just thought of something. I'm going to jot it down before I forget. Let's see. Pause. Okay. It has to do with this roadblock. Okay. So you have this roadblock of steps. It's your steps to success. Don't let your roadblock be, or your map be your roadblock. Okay. We're going to work through this roadblock. All right. We're not going to linger too long when we hit these roadblocks. So the first thing, if you are struggling finding loyal customers or distributors, I want you to take a step back and take a look at how you're going about finding loyal customers and distributors. Are you being too salesy and so people are turned off? Are you expecting people to come to you instead of you coming or you going to them? Are you hoping for it but not having any action? Are you trying to get distributors and loyal customers instead of trying to help new loyal customers and distributors? Now let's talk a little bit about this. When you are at this roadblock of distributors and loyal customers, the first thing that you automatically want to do and say is, I cannot find anyone. I'm at this standstill. Like, that's the first thing everyone says. Heck, I've said it myself. All right. And then after you say that, you need to think about, are you being consistent when you're talking and posting and spreading the word? That's the first thing you need to look at, okay? Is what you're posting relevant to your market? Everyone's market is different, okay? Your warm market and your cold market, everyone's market is different. Do you want to learn more about markets? Let's talk about that in a different webinar. I actually have a guided one-on-one about it. You cannot expect people to just come to you, or expect people to just know that you're a distributor, or expect people to just know what a wrap is. Okay? They probably don't know what a wrap is, and it's your job to educate them and help guide them to what will be best for them. So say you post something on Facebook. Hey, I've got all these wraps in stock. Come and get them, like $25 a piece, things like that. Fine, great post. But what about these people who are seeing it and they have no clue what a wrap is? And maybe they see it and they're like, oh, that looks interesting, and they give it a like. All right, these are just scenarios. All these different things as they see this post. Well, you can't expect them to see it and then just come rushing at you like, give it to me. Like, we all hope for that, right? We all hope for people that will do that. But the fact of the matter is, sometimes people need the power of suggestion. And you should never underestimate the power of suggestion, because sometimes people just need you to ask them or explain to them what a wrap is, how they can go about getting these. Because you can't expect people to know just because that you know or that you hope, okay? So when you are doing things like this, and you're at this roadblock, I can't find distributors, I can't find loyal customers. The next thing I want you to think about is, are you hoping that they are going to be the solution to your problem or your hope and dream? Or are you trying to be the solution to their hopes and dreams and goals? Now, what I mean by this is when we are acting in like this desperate state, I need distributors and loyal customers. You are hoping that the people out there in the universe are going to become the solution to your problem and goal. You are hoping that they are going to bring your goal and dreams to pass. When in the network marketing business, you want to become the solution to theirs. Say that they have weight loss that they are wanting to focus on, or maybe they need to earn a couple extra dollars. Human nature is to jump on that and be like, I'm going to be getting a loyal customer or a distributor. That's human nature. Becoming a professional in the network marketing business, you need to try to switch your thinking. And this is a hard thing. When you start viewing people as the solution to your problem or goal, people are going to notice and they're going to just stay away. When you switch your thinking and now become the solution to their problem, goal, or dream, people will be drawn in. So I'm going to repeat that. Be their solution instead of the other way around. All right? I hope that makes sense to you. Another thing with distributors and loyal customers roadblock is you have to remember that there's a season, a time and a season, okay? Sometimes you may be in the planting season where you're spreading the word, you're getting new potentials, you're assisting people, answering questions, maybe they're not signing up. That's called the planting season, okay? You're still out there spreading the word, doing everything you can, and maybe it's not your sowing season yet. Maybe you need to plant. Now, turn that around. Those seeds have been planted. As you are consistent and continually see those things, you're going to see the fruitation come to pass because people know you're serious. People will be thinking about it because you planted that seed. And you are going to start reaping and sowing those seeds that you planted, which will give you those loyal customers and distributors. So you will see that throughout your distributorship, maybe various times throughout the year. There's a sowing season and a planting season. You need to plant before you can sow. All right? Think about gardening there, right? Okay, the next one is if you're struggling to find loyal customers and distributors, I challenge you to get creative, okay? Do something you haven't done before. Change it up. Get outside your comfort zone because that's where magic happens. If we sit here doing things that we've always done, same type of wording, same type of posting, same type of photos, same type of everything, people get bored with that real quick and your market starts to fizzle. Okay, when you start getting creative, stepping outside your comfort zone, changing it up, people all of a sudden are going to start to notice, okay? So those are some ideas on how to switch your thinking, maybe change up how you're posting and talking to people about being loyal customers. And maybe one thing that you need to do is to get outside of the Facebook world and go spread the word. Wear your It Works shirt. This is like a really old one. It's gray and it says, have you tried that crazy rock thing? Get outside that and start wearing your shirt around. Have some Blitz cards handy. You don't necessarily have to go out there and like purposely go blitz. While you're working through your everyday, you have a shirt on, you check out at the cash register, be like, thank you so much. Like, you've been great. Here's a coupon. You know, thanks so much for making this an easy process for me. You know, just easy things like that. You don't necessarily have to be in someone's face giving them a Blitz card, but just in passing, hand it out. That will start easing you into expanding your markets. And then it'll be easier for you to reach out to new loyal customers and new distributors. So that is the roadblock of loyal customers and distributors. The next one that was really common to hear about was balance and motivation. Now, this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one because everyone's motivated differently. And I know that you've probably seen that before. And with people either on your team or maybe in the past you've been in sports, you see that people are motivated differently, and you see how different people juggle different things in life. Not everyone's the same. So this is where you really need to dig deep and try to know yourself on how to balance things. Something that's straight up across the board to get over the roadblock of being able to balance everything and have motivation is planning. If you want to be successful in the network marketing world, you have to be a planner. And now that can be hard for some because that may not be a natural skill for you. But the second that you start to plan things and you write it down, or however you plan something, and it's right there, and you've already put the intent out there, you're more likely to do it. So when you're going about balancing your many activities, your many things you need to do, if you can plan out specific things to do for your business, every day you are going to see more success. Now, if you're a part of the success initiative that I launched in Team Powerhouse, the very first thing was to plan out your week. Now, if you need help planning out your week, reach to your upline or your sponsor, and they can help you plan. That's why uplines are there. They're there for you to do that. If you're feeling overwhelmed, because there are some crazy busy people on this team. There are crazy busy people. But the fact of the matter is, no matter how busy you are, you definitely can be successful. It just takes planning and balancing, and that balance is going to come from the planning. Okay? Now, maybe you are struggling with motivation, which can be huge. Okay, the roadblock of motivation. It goes back also to planning. Did you plan out what was happening? Because if you don't have it already planned, you're less likely to be motivated to do it. So that's kind of where the basis of motivation goes. I have a couple things written down here for that. If you are seriously struggling with the motivation to do something or to be able to execute your plan of action that you have done, I need you to dig back deep into what your why was. Okay, you can't have a surface level why of making more money. Okay, that's everyone's thing when they go into business. Why did you join the company? I want to make more money. Okay, but why did you want to make more money? What would that do for you? If you're struggling with that motivation, you need to think back to that why. And if it's not strong enough to remotivate you, we need to dig deeper and get together and figure out what it is that it's going to make you tick, what it is that's going to make you drive past that roadblock of not having motivation. Now, there's a lot of tools out there for you to be able to move past that roadblock. And one of those being your support group in our It Works family. We can help push you. If you're having a tough time, talk to someone, throw it out there on the group page. It is a-okay when you are experiencing a blow to your motivation, to put that out there and then be buoyed up by our team. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later also. But when you are struggling with that motivation, you need to be able to know yourself and know what it is that is dragging you down and putting you at a stop. Maybe you're lingering too long. You don't know how to get out of that roadblock or jump that funk, as Mike Patello calls it. But that's when you need to dig deep, go back to the basics, utilize your support group, find what makes you tick, and plan. Okay, that's going to help with balance and motivation, because when you have balance and motivation, they go hand in hand. Okay, if you can't balance things, you may get overwhelmed. There may be too many distractions. You may just hit those roadblocks and not be able to get past them. Another thing with balance and motivation is accept the challenges that you're given by your upline, or maybe you see something on a YouTube or a top leader page and it inspires you and motivates you. Utilize that stuff. Accept the challenges you're given. Maybe you're part of this success initiative and you said you wanted to do it. If you need some motivation and balance, that's a great way, because you're getting specific tasks for you to do that help push you outside that comfort zone and help you balance and help you motivate. When you have something that you're specifically working towards, you're more motivated. Okay, so there's that. I suppose I could probably talk forever, but I'm just looking at the time and I want to keep it under 30 minutes. So the next roadblock that we're going to talk about is negativity. And this can affect your motivation. This can affect your ability to succeed. Negativity is all over the place. Oh my gosh, you guys, we live in like this huge world of negativity. It's like the new cool thing. You know what I mean? It's kind of ridiculous, but negativity is a major roadblock, and it's one of those ones that if you linger too long, the devil's going to get to you and you're going to stop. Okay, so we need to kick that one in the butt right now. So my first thing when I hear negativity, remove it. Just like that. Maybe it's on Facebook. Someone's being like crazy negative, block them. You don't need that in your life, okay? Just get rid of it. That's the easiest way to deal with negativity on Facebook, all right? Maybe you're experiencing negativity from inside yourself. That one's a little more tricky. That was one for me. That roadblock is crazy hard, is that self-talk, that negativity. So how do we move past that? Affirmations, service, okay? Planning, knowing yourself, so when those roadblocks of negativity or sadness or whatever come, you already know they're coming, so now you can be that much closer to moving past it. So negativity is all over the place, and it's going to start here inside to be able to move past that. And like I said, that's a tricky one, and that's where personal development and personal growth are going to come into play. Now, if you need help knowing how to start personal development and personal growth, get with me. And another really great asset on our team for personal development is Serena. She's like all about personal development. So you guys need to figure out what is going to make you grow and what is going to make you develop to be the most successful person that you can be. Because when you have a basis of personal growth and that negativity comes at you from inside, outside, all around, these roadblocks are going crazy. When you have that personal development already internalized in you and trying to move past it, it's easier to keep going in that roadblock. Negativity sucks. It really does. And I think that may be the biggest thing that we experience. It can also come in the form of jealousy. Maybe you see someone on the team or another team or a sideline or downline, upline, whatever, that are going quicker and maybe seeing success. They're driving a little faster, like something's happening, and you are all of a sudden like, why can't I do that? What's wrong with me? Apparently I'm not this or that, or maybe this person's not helping me. Jealousy is a huge, awful form of negativity. It can be very destructive in a lot of ways. So I talked a lot about jealousy on one of our big training sessions that we did at my house and that I broadcasted. We talked about jealousy and goals and like things like that. So I encourage you to figure out if maybe the negativity is coming from jealousy. And if that's the case, remove it from your life. If you need to unfollow someone, do it. If you need to, do something else, do it. Get rid of that jealousy and negativity. Negativity is the biggest killer to success ever, because you can be fearful when you have negativity. And like I said, that's a really hard one for me. So I need to work on that one a lot. So to end tonight, I know I've kind of just like talked at you tonight, and I apologize for that. Like I said, I was hoping to get everyone on. I couldn't get the logistics to work the way that I wanted to. But here are a couple quotes about success, and it all has to do with roadblocks, okay? So think about how you can move past your roadblocks when you think of these quotes. The first one is, success doesn't come to you, you go to it. That goes back to not expecting things to happen. And when you hit a roadblock, you continue to move forward and you don't linger there, because success is over there and you're over here, and you slowly make your way and get closer and closer and celebrate those successful things along the way. So success doesn't come to you, you go to it. The next thing is, to be successful, cut the excuses in half and double your actions. That is an awesome way to propel you forward past those roadblocks. Excuses can be a roadblock. Maybe you're using your why, like your family or whatever, that's a common one, as your excuse. First and foremost, stop doing that and just double your actions. To be successful, cut excuses in half and double your actions and get to work. Put your pedal to the metal when you hit those roadblocks, maybe that roadblock of excuses, and move past it, because you'll experience success that you deserve much faster. Now, this last one I'm going to end with is by Napoleon Hill, and I like it because it talks about how you can experience success and growth through these roadblocks. And it says, strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. So if you're experiencing roadblocks, good, because it means you're getting stronger and you're growing and you're coming to your point of success that you deserve every single day and moving closer and closer to your goals. So that's all I have for tonight. Now, I please ask if you could post your takeaways in the group page. I would love to hear them. And if you had thoughts and things you want to add, post them, because I want to hear from you too, because that's how we learn and grow together. And like I said, I can't wait for next week when we can do more of a discussion style. And I'm super pumped to see what this week brings. It's almost the end of the month. It is April 21st. You have 9 days to make magic happen. And if you can take these roadblocks and keep driving, you are going to see success and see miracles happen. I've seen it. I've seen it happen on this team even last month. Like, Ashley went executive in like 24 hours. Okay, magic will happen if you take these roadblocks, you move past them, you become the solution to other people's problems. You take negativity and throw it out the window. You plan and you focus and you do it. You will see magic happen. Now, I love you guys a lot and I appreciate you for being on here. If you show up, you go up. If you stay plugged in, you're more likely to be supercharged throughout the rest of your days, your weeks, and your months in this business. I'll see you next week and also on the team page. And I love you guys. Bye.